Welcome, and welcome back to another episode of Tax Self Starters, where we bring you the latest tips and insights on tax lien and tax deed investing. My name is Carlton Hoskins, and we're going to jump right into it this week because I know your time is precious and you have properties that you're trying to acquire. So let's just get right to the question. What can an investor do with a property when they are waiting on redemption? Ooh, this is a good one. Stick around. We'll have the answers in just a moment. All right, welcome back. Okay, I got to break this out just a little bit so we get an understanding of what this question really is. What can an investor do with a property when they're waiting on redemption? I'm going to kind of frame this a little bit so that you all understand what was being asked. So there was an investor who had bought a property in Georgia, and in this particular property in Georgia, there's a 1 year, 1 day redemption period. So they bought this property, and there's nothing they could do with this property up until that redemption period. So the question for the investor was, what can I do? My money's stuck. It's parked. Help me. What do I do, Carl? And so I bring this video here today so we can answer that question. And of course, as always, I'm bringing in the big guns. Brian Sidesticker from Taxo Resources is joining us. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you being here. Help us out here. What can be done? I've asked 1 million people and everyone says nothing. You just got to wait. It's just the nature of the beast. Is that true? Is there anything we could do when we're waiting on the redemption of a property?
Yeah, so I'll say historically speaking, there haven't been a whole lot of options. Now it does depend on whether you're buying a tax deed or you're buying tax liens. There are options of working with financial institutions, aka banks, to help you pull some of that equity out of that tax lien or that tax deed. But historically speaking, you also had to have a lot of capital to where the bank would be willing to work with you. I mean, for example, the most common kind of threshold out there that I'm aware of for most banks is you got to have at least $1 million invested in tax liens or tax deeds before the bank will structure some sort of financing for you. Now, we at Taxo Resources recognized this and have gone about creating a program because we understand how tax liens, tax deeds work in most states. We understand the risks involved. And so we went about working with a specific bank and structuring a program where they basically trust us, rely on us to make the right decisions. And then we structure the financing that allows people to pull out some of that equity before that redemption period ends or before they have insurable title. So I guess, again, kind of a long answer to what typically happens is you attend let's use Texas as an example. You attend an auction in Texas, you buy that redeemable deed, right? You have to wait, I'll say at least 6 months if it's a homestead property, 2 years before you can go get title insurance. And with that title insurance, you can now finally get traditional bank financing and get what is a traditional mortgage or a line of credit based on the equity in that home. That's traditionally. Now, with our financing program, you literally can go buy that property. And then as soon as that deed is recorded, you can come to us and say, hey, Taxo Resources, I bought this property. Can I get some cash out? We'll give you a percentage of what you purchased the property for. So it's not necessarily based on property value, although that goes into it. It's more of a percentage of what you purchased it for, because at the end of the day, we view it as the worst thing that can happen, and it's not that bad, is it redeems, right? What happens when it redeems? Well, you get your purchase price back plus some interest, right? So that's how our financing is structured, where we'll give you a percentage of what you purchased it for. So if and when it redeems, you can pay us back. And so, and we are, as far as I know today, are the only ones that are doing this, where there's the limit is not $1 million to do this. We'll do this with a $50,000 purchase, which is a huge difference from how it used to be. So you no longer have to sit and let that cash just sit there. You can pull some of that equity out, go buy another property, rehab a property, do whatever you want to with that cash, where you used to just have to sit on that cash for up to 2 years in some cases in Texas.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Back it up, rewind it, play it again, listen to it again. That was deep. Appreciate you, Brian. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great insight for everyone. If you have questions about this, please drop them in the comments below so that we can respond and help you out. We want to make sure that you're improving your ROI. As always, hit the subscribe button and a notification bell so you can get these hot videos just like this to keep you going forward, moving forward to improve your ROI and become a better investor. And as always, check out taxsalefinders.com where you can pull the latest list, do the research on property, and so much more at taxsalefinders.com. You heard it from me, Carlton Hoskins, Tax Sale Starters. Until next time, happy investing.